Hey guys, I want to show you one of the best exploits for Black Ops 4 Zombies so far. And maybe it's not necessarily an exploit, it's more of a trick. And it's something that Treyarch did not catch when they created 2 of the elixirs. 2 elixirs, when combined, can give you a ton of money. We're talking hundreds of thousands of points. And this was discovered by the No Thumbs crew. Those guys are awesome. Big shout out to them. As you can see, I'm on round 2 here on just regular mode. We started out with no money, and I've got over 124,000 points, and this is something that's easy to do. It just takes minutes and it's not strenuous whatsoever. This is a really great strategy if you want to get the entire map opened, pack-a-punched everything on round 1. You can do this for the Easter egg runs. That's what the No Thumbs crew uses it for extremely low round Easter eggs. They had come up with another way to make a ton of money on round 1, like 100,000, and that was using Join the Party, and I made a whole video about that. That is really complicated and strenuous, but it worked really good. For this method here, it's super easy, and I don't see how Treyarch could fix this because they're the ones that created these elixirs and they're doing what they're supposed to be doing. And if they do try to fix this, then I don't really see how. They'd have to really change the way that the elixirs work, which could render them useless or just take one of them out altogether. But I don't see them doing that. So I'll show you guys the elixirs that you need for this and then show you how it works. So the first one you have to have is a legendary elixir, and this one's called Dividend Yield. Yes, this one's legendary and harder to get, but the good news is that only one player on your team needs this elixir, so probably someone that you know has this, and this is going to be the best way to use it. The other elixir that goes with this is a free one, so that's good. This one's called Point Drops, and you need to have everybody else on your team have this one. So one player with the Dividend Yields and then the other players with the Point Drops. So the next thing you want to do is get into game. Now this requires a minimum of 3 people, and I'll show you why. So you want one person to use the Dividend Yield. So I'm using it right here. And then you want the other players in your game to start spamming the points drops and allow you to collect them. The players doing the point drops need to have a minimum of 500 points, and that's why this works so good on round 1. And those players need to start spamming the point drops and allowing the player with the Dividend Yield to pick them up. The players with the point drops can spam it every few seconds, so that's what makes this really great and go really fast. And what's happening is that when the players give points to the person with the Dividend Yields, they're collecting a bonus from it. Then they're also giving a bonus back to those players. So right here, every player that gives me a point drop, I'm going to get 750 points from them, even though it's just 500 that's been taken from them. I'm getting a 250 point bonus every time for every player that's doing this. Then in return, I give 250 points back because that's how the Dividend Yield elixir works. And with 2 players giving me points, that 250 bonus is going back to them, which is putting their balance back up to 500 so that they can just keep spamming the point drop over and over again. So the Dividend Yield runs for 5 minutes, and if you max this out with 3 players, you're gonna get about 68,000 points. I started out with 170 points, and in 5 minutes, I got over 68K. If you add 1 more player and you have 4 players in your game and you have 3 players spamming the point drops to you, then you're gonna get over 100K in 5 minutes. So this works best with 4 players. You're gonna get the most money, but 3 players works perfectly fine. You can get a lot done in the map, but I will show you guys why this won't work with just 2 people. So here I am, I'm using my Dividend Yield, and then Honda's gonna give me 500 points at a time, and he's only gonna get back 250 each time, which is eventually going to make him go negative, so that is why it won't work with just 2 people. With 1 more player in the game doing this, then the players will get 500 points back. Each player gives a 250 point payback, and that's what's going to keep it going. Another really cool thing that the No Thumbs crew figured out about this is that it feeds your special meter bar and will fill it up. As you can see right here, it's going up pretty fast whenever the points are exchanged. And that was another trick and strategy that they use to do the Easter eggs in low rounds, because you're able to despawn zombies without killing them, and you need to be able to fill up your meter bar to do that, so that's very cool. I personally really like consumable type exploits, tricks, or glitches like with the gobblegums and now with the elixirs, and I think this is one of the best. But I will be keeping my eye on what they do to change this if they decide to. Hopefully they won't mess with it, but it's so OP, they're gonna have to think about it. But I hope this helps you guys to get some Easter eggs done or whatever. And I hope you enjoyed this, and we'll see you next video.
Thank you for watching Glitching Queen's video. Hoorah!